Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. General Hospital spoilers. Sam's replacement, already in the works Willow, is Drew's fill-in mom for Scout. General Hospital, GH. Spoilers reveal that Sam McCall, Kelly Monaco, isn't even buried yet, but the show may already have her replacement in the works, at least when it comes to Scout Quartermain's Cosette Avenant, new mother figure. Drew Quartermain, Cameron Matheson, is feeling lost now that Sam's gone, so he's going to have a tough time navigating things in the coming months. Of course, Scout has plenty of extended family members and other loved ones who'll gladly pitch in. However, Sam's demise has left a motherly void that someone, namely Willow Corinthos, Caitlin McMullen, might be poised to fill. At the end of the November 6 episode, Scout had a special request. Drew was about to take Scout upstairs when she asked Willow to help tuck her in. GH writers haven't shown Scout and Willow being particularly close up to now. That moment felt like a sudden shift, one that's meant to potentially slide Willow into a fill-in mom role. Now that Willow has hooked up with Drew, it's even possible they'll have a baby together and give Scout a sibling. The show may be setting the stage for Willow to have a very different future. Let's face it, Willow and Michael Corinthos. Chadwell, marriage is toast. It's tough to imagine any universe where Michael and Willow can come back from all the betrayals to fix what's broken. Willow and Michael will always be co-parents to Wiley Corinthos, Viron Weaver, and Amelia Corinthos, Sequoia and Serenity Morkmako, but divorce may be inevitable. That could pave the way for Willow to slide into Drew's family unit with Scout. Perhaps Scout will strengthen her bond with Willow and lead to a messy blended family down the road. In other words, the show might pour salt in the wound for Sam fans by having Willow steal her motherly spot so quickly. General Hospital spoilers say Willow has some major changes ahead of her, so stick with us for updates on any divorce news and predictions on her next chapter. In a dramatic new twist on General Hospital, Sam McCall's sudden exit has left Port Charles reeling. With actress Kelly Monaco reportedly taking a break, rumors about Sam's replacement have stirred up intense speculation, and viewers are anxiously wondering who might step into her role and how it could alter the delicate fabric of Port Charles relationships. It appears the show has already devised a temporary replacement, Willow Tate, who will step in as a mother figure to Scout, Drew Kane's young daughter. The sudden absence of Sam throws Drew and Scout's world into turmoil. Sam has been a steadfast presence in her daughter's life, and her departure hits Drew hard, especially now as he tries to navigate the complexities of balancing his work with being a supportive father. Scout's feelings, however, are what he's most concerned about. She's grown deeply attached to her mother, and without Sam, Drew worries about the void left behind in her life. Desperate for stability, Drew finds himself turning to an unlikely ally, Willow. Willow has gone through her own set of heartbreaking struggles lately, from battling cancer to grieving the loss of her own child. This has forged within her a resilience that gives her the strength to help others in times of need. Drew recognizes this strength in Willow and realizes she might be the perfect person to offer Scout the emotional support she so desperately needs. Initially, Willow is hesitant. She's already carrying a heavy burden and has her hands full dealing with the aftermath of her illness, her marriage, and her own emotional battles. But when Drew reaches out, the two share a deep conversation about Scout's needs, with Drew explaining how vital a warm, steady presence would be in his daughter's life. Willow is moved by his sincerity and decides to help, seeing it as an opportunity to not only support a friend, but to help a young girl who has already faced so much loss and uncertainty. Their new arrangement creates a buzz around town, especially as people begin noticing the amount of time Drew and Willow are spending together. It's not long before whispers circulate that the two may be getting closer than just co-parents. Nina, still reeling from her own recent heartbreak, can't help but notice Drew's bond with Willow and feels the sting of jealousy. She wonders if there might be more to their connection and whether this partnership could evolve into something deeper. Adding to the intrigue, Carly steps in to provide her perspective, feeling torn about the budding alliance between Drew and Willow. She's protective of both Drew and Scout and questions if Willow is ready for such a role, knowing how complicated the transition of a temporary maternal figure could be for Scout. In the meantime, Scout's bond with Willow begins to grow. She looks to Willow as a comforting presence, someone who listens to her fears and takes time to reassure her, especially on the tough days when she misses her mother the most. Willow teaches her coping techniques, bonding over art projects, gardening, and small rituals that make Scout feel seen and heard. As Willow spends more time with Scout, she finds herself opening up in ways she hadn't anticipated. She sees Scout's resilience and inner strength, and their connection helps Willow confront some of her own unresolved feelings surrounding her recent experiences. The decision to step in as a surrogate mother figure, however, does not come without a price. Willow finds herself unexpectedly entangled in Sam's life, fielding calls from school, helping with bedtime routines, and juggling Scout's social activities, all while managing her own responsibilities. She starts to feel the weight of a life that isn't hers, especially as Scout occasionally acts out, her feelings of abandonment surfacing despite Willow's best efforts. Drew, supportive yet worried, sees the toll it's taking on Willow and struggles with guilt over putting her in such a position. But he's also grateful, admiring the way Willow has stepped up, and this admiration soon deepens into something more complex, fueling rumors around Port Charles. Of course, Port Charles residents are quick to take sides. Some feel that Drew is pushing things too far by bringing another maternal figure into Scout's life too soon, while others admire Willow's dedication. The ever-curious Carly finds herself in the latter camp, even though her own complicated past with Drew and Willow means she's monitoring the situation closely. Carly confides her concerns to Sonny, who offers his take, reminding her that Scout's well-being is what matters most and urging her to support Drew in his quest to provide stability for his daughter. Meanwhile, a storm is brewing with Scout herself. Despite her growing fondness for Willow, Scout is old enough to sense that her mother's absence isn't typical, and she starts questioning why her mom isn't around. She asks Willow difficult questions that Willow isn't sure how to answer, and the weight of Sam's absence grows heavier. She and Drew realize they need to come up with a story that won't leave Scout feeling more abandoned, but will also prepare her for the eventual return of her mother. As they navigate this tricky conversation, the two share a heartfelt moment, realizing how deeply they've come to rely on one another. The storyline takes a surprising turn when a letter arrives from Sam, explaining her unexpected absence and reassuring Scout that she'll be back soon. Willow reads it aloud to Scout, who finds solace in her mother's words but still clings to Willow for support. Willow and Drew share a knowing look, recognizing that, while Sam's message may comfort Scout, the road ahead will be difficult for all involved. And though Willow is only a temporary stand-in for Sam, her influence on Scout's life has left a mark that won't soon fade. The situation becomes even more layered when Michael, Willow's husband, senses that Willow's involvement in Drew and Scout's lives is affecting her emotionally and questions whether she should continue. He fears for Willow's well-being, knowing her tendency to sacrifice her own needs for others. This tension introduces a new challenge for Willow, who must decide whether to maintain her commitment to Scout or honor her husband's wishes and prioritize her own healing. In true General Hospital fashion, These complexities only deepen as the storyline unfolds. While Sam's return remains a question mark, Willow's connection with Drew and Scout stands as a testament to the unpredictability of life in Port Charles, where friendships turn into family and strangers become pillars of support. For Willow, this journey will be one of self-discovery, revealing her inner strength and capacity for compassion, even as she wrestles with her own healing. And for Drew and Scout, the temporary absence of Sam has opened a new chapter, one that reshapes their world in unexpected ways, leaving Port Charles viewers eagerly awaiting what's next.